I'm Cam.
And I'm Ari.
And this is Safety Tech 6. So that's Safety Tech 6. See you next time. Welcome back to Safety Tech 6. This episode, we're going to be talking about the role of voice in health and safety. Let's get started. Boom. All right. Want me to go first? You're going to go first.
Got it.
All right. So voice technology is, for me, been an incredible change in the way that I engage, in the way that I work. I think I first got involved with voice tech back in really early in my career. I was working in workers' compensation and I injured my wrist and I couldn't type. So basically needed to use a voice-driven speech-to-text engine to be able to basically complete my job and not be on workers' comp. So that was my first interaction, and ever since I've always seen some kind of potential, but recently with natural language processing has just been an incredible change with the way that I use voice in my practice, but also the practitioners that I deal with on a day-to-day basis that have been using it as well. So I use Wispr Flow which is easily one of the better engines to pick up your voice and not have all of the errors that it's been happening in the past. But I effectively will be using, I think there's something rich in the narrative that you can have, like what we're doing now, where you're talking, you can speak. There's so much more that happens in a voice conversation than there is in something that you type. So when you have a look at things like an incident report and you type what happened, basically you get, well, actually, this is an experiment that I did with one of the clients that I work with. The average number of words in an incident investigation report was like 27, I think, when they were typing it, and plus 200 when they spoke it.
Wow.
And the difference that you get there, the richness, the nuance. And if you think back to just us as human beings in history, like we used to always talk to each other. Like storytelling is such a big part of being human. So we used to speak around the campfire about the hazards and the issues that were going on in the landscape around us. And storytelling has also been how we've transferred down learnings and culture. So for me, having voice come back into safety has been just such a massive shift. We've got about 20 seconds left. I am going to shift over to you.
All right. Yeah, voice has completely changed the way that I work. Don't have as historic of a use case as you, but once I discovered, I've always been more prone to using, the talk to text features that we have on, our cell phone devices, and then added in that additional layer of the AI transcription that is taking the nuance of what you're saying, automatically formatting it, using Wispr Flow at a desktop. I've mentioned that to a lot of safety professionals that have the ability to go to their teams and use that, and it's totally changed the context. I also think, as someone that struggles with ADHD, that the thought process, I feel less stressed about what's not being captured or what thought is being lost. Our brain is for having ideas, not for holding them. And I go on walks and I don't even take my phone. I just have my AirPods in, I use it, and I brain dump in the mornings, and I try to brain dump at lunch or as soon as I'm finished with the call, for I have 2 seconds to jump to the next call. And I know that it's being captured somewhere. I mean, there's a system behind that, but it has taken a huge cognitive load off. Also, being able to write deliverables based on expertise or client feedback, being able to give that with my natural thought. Even creating content, 99% of the things that I write is just me brain dumping into something and it's formatting, and then I click post. I don't schedule content. I don't overthink it. It's what's happening at the forefront of, mind. The other thing that I've been telling clients is, I've had, we take the meeting summaries. AI note takers are 1 in a dozen. It is the transcript that the nuance and that human nature is caught in. And there's so much that's mentioned in calls that gets missed in AI meeting summaries. I think that they're good to wrap it up, but that transcript holds so much emotion, and reading the room and so much detail, sentiment around it. And you take volumes of meeting transcripts over the course of a project, and you can create playbooks and instruction manuals and, you know, do postmortem analysis on it. There's just so much power in voice. And I don't think we've even tapped the potential. And a lot of people just don't know. Click the microphone.
Absolutely. Amen to that. Hey, look, we've got 40 seconds left. What else do you want to talk about in relation to voice?
I tell people to try it. You know, when you see that microphone and your LLM, whether you use ChatGPT or Copilot, try it out. Brain dump as you would to your team, to your consultant, and see what you get out of it.
Yeah, I think realistically, language models are language models. They like being talked to. Being typed to is just doesn't have the fidelity that's needed. I think we did a pretty good shot at our actually first one.
Yeah.
So that's Safety Tech 6. See you next time.
Not too bad.